Hello everyone, Daisy here. I am an intuitive healer, tarot reader, and teacher. And I'm here to pull a card for us for the Lunar New Year. And this Lunar New Year is the wood snake. So if we think about the energy that the snake brings to us, and snakes are a significant spirit animal and creature in this world because it sheds its skin on a regular basis in order for it to grow. And if you can imagine your skin peeling off and moving through the world with an entirely new outer casing, it can be incredibly painful sometimes, and you could definitely suffer your way through the shedding process. But remember that it's always temporary. Everything is always temporary. So the wood snake is bringing the energy of rebirth, of new cycles beginning, of the end of an era, the end of the Piscean age. And as we welcome ourselves into the age of Aquarius, and a Mercury going into Aquarius here presently, change is happening. It's uncomfortable sometimes to change, and as much as we want change sometimes, we don't want to go through the process of change. And we certainly don't want to grieve and feel the change and the repercussions of it changing and shifting. So please remember that this Lunar New Year is highlighting the fact that you may need extra care and support through this process. The card that I picked is from the alchemy deck, Kim Krans' alchemy deck, Sublimation. And Sublimation is reminding us about the fact that we are rising, that we are evolving, that we are changing, and that we are shifting. And in this evolutionary process, in the enlightenment and the awareness that we are bringing and is coming, the light that is here that we are absorbing, that is changing and shifting how we ourselves are as sensitive, intuitive beings, that it's reminding you to come out of the microscope and to look at the macroscope of life, that we all are only seeing what we can see now, and that we cannot see into the future, into what will be occurring and what will be shifting, that we actually maybe want, that the things that we've been hoping and desiring and wanting for ourselves, for our family, for the earth as a global experience is going to come through uncomfortable shedding. It's going to come through, this rebirth is not a process where you're just going to be maybe skipping along, that you're going to remember that pain and suffering is part of this process, and that grief is part of this process. And feel all of the feelings that happen as you shift from this version of us, right, that's divided, the Piscean energy that was seeped in war, in domination, in patriarchy, in the themes that are harmful to us as a global population. That's mine. You can't have that. Stay off my land. All of these kinds of sentiments that are not centered in the true enlightened perspective of unity, of the greater good, of doing what will actually protect and help and create safety for the greater, grander population. So please be aware that you going into a trauma state or a triggered state, you looking at the microscope of everything that's happening, overwhelming you, and then becoming catatonic in a freeze state, is not going to be the contribution maybe that you would like to be offering all of us in this greater, grander scheme of things. The reminder of the perspective of, in the grand scheme of things, you have one piece of the puzzle. You are one thread of this weaving and this tapestry that is humanity. And we are going to be woven together, and that tapestry, when you see it, when it is complete, whenever completion, and completion is not a destination point, right? Like that we are coming together to unify to create a beautiful tapestry. And so with the reminder of sublimation, with the reminder of you don't have all of the information, and oftentimes we're going to go into an analytical mindset. We're going to try to fix things. We're going to try to figure it out. We're going to be anticipating how we can best protect ourselves or defend ourselves against things. And those things may be necessary. They may be necessary actions, but don't get stuck in them. Don't make that your whole experience. Part of the revolution, part of the retaining your sanity is going to be to remember that you live on a beautiful earth that has so much for you. Do not let your whole experience be the pain and the suffering. We can get stuck there. We can also get stuck in cutting ourselves off of or forgetting that we deserve pleasure and enjoyment and to feel good in our body in amidst what feels difficult and uncomfortable to experience. The grieving process can definitely prevent us from reaching out for support and for asking for help. So your opportunity lies in allowing yourself to receive that support, to not forget that your life is not one dimension, that it is full of many facets, that you're allowed to and should be experiencing joy. Many and oftentimes people who are in war and crisis have to focus themselves on finding joy and finding connection and finding community because the experience around them is so difficult. So please remember to embrace your community, support in the ways that you can have support, in loving and caring for yourself. Again, take care of yourself now because this is a long game, right? Like we're here to change and shift this world for a way that will benefit everybody, but that's not going to benefit you if you are not taking care of yourself and if you are shutting down and you pretending or imagining that you're going to leave the planet, right? Like we need you here. You're incarnate here at a time that is incredibly potent and powerful. And it can feel assaulting for the body, so care for this body. This body deserves that kind of care and attention and love. And you may need to find support from people who can support you. If you are interested, I am offering all of my Reiki and Theta sessions that are helpful for balancing, chakra system rebalancing, and also allowing you to hear truths about yourself from your higher self, information that will benefit you directly and honestly and truthfully, that will gift you the ability to see yourself out of crisis or to be able to care for yourself and find out what those ways of caring for yourself are being asked for from your body. You can find a link to book me in my bio. All my sessions can be done either local or in remote. All energy travels, so you are not limited by time and space in where you are in your location in seeing me and receiving that support. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that you take to heart that you're exactly where you're meant to be, even if you don't like that place. Find that support system. Find those people, those environments, the nature that you can reach out to love you and to take you in and care for you, even amidst when it feels hard and dark. Because through this shadow, we will all be revealed in our light, and you'll remember more about the truth that you hold within you. Happy Lunar New Year.